Hey there, what's up guys? Just want to say before this video starts that it's already started. So just going to show you my, since the last video, go ahead and show you my real money. 165 USD. So it's gone up since the last video. At the $5 tables, I'm winning pretty good. Rarely get stacked. Maybe I'm a little too tight since I rarely get stacked, but we will, we're gonna have a little round here. And if you can subscribe or comment on my video, that would be great. It would help me get more viewers for more than 10 seconds. Anyways, here we go. I've already been playing for a little bit and I thought, hey, why don't I record a video right now? Might as well. So here we go. And I did this one sideways since the other one was phone view vertical last time, and it just doesn't look that good in YouTube. So I'm going to try sideways this time. Never actually played this sideways, so it feels a little awkward. Jack 4 is a simple fold. Under the gun here, pocket threes, we are going to do our typical limp call of a raise. And there's the raise. And here's the call. And we missed. So now we check fold away. Unless he acts super weak. But with that eight, I was thinking, like, you know, when he checked behind there, we could bet, but not with the ace off, because he could have, his raising range has typically got an ace in it, right? So we could get away with a bluff here. Maybe he could put us on a 10. But I'm going to just go ahead and fold. Check. And he checks behind with nines, and yeah, he probably would have called us wanting to see those that 10 in my hand. How are you all doing? Why don't you comment? Tell me how your day's going, how your poker's going. What's your bankroll? Are you winning, losing? Are you playing too loose? Are you aware there's apps out there that can tell you your win-loss rate, what kind of hands you win with, what kind of hands you lose with, that kind of thing. You can buy software that, and then you can download your hands from PokerStars. And they'll download, you can upload to the software every hand you played, and it will analyze your play, tell you what you're doing wrong. If you're interested in that, I've had it before. Queen Jack, we will, I think we're going to call that raise. It's a bit smaller raise, the 12. And we will proceed with caution with a Queen Jack. And we pretty much missed. So we're probably going to be done with the hand. It's three-way, so he's probably going to bet. And we fold. Ace 2, under the gun +1. We'll raise her up. We got a call from the button. And we got a straight draw here with a flush draw on the board. He's a bit bigger stack. I'm gonna go 30 here. You know what? I'm gonna go try and save a little bit more money because this is a kind of a total bluff, semi bluff. I guess we got a straight draw, but try to save a bit. I'm trying to tell the same story with 27 that I can tell with 35 and save myself 8 cents, right? And it worked. You basically want to tell a story with your bets. When you're bluffing, you want to tell a story. Like, I raised pre-flop, the flop came, and now here I am betting again. But you want to find the right amount of money to tell your story for the cheapest amount of money. And so maybe you don't have to go full pot to tell them, hey, I got a big hand here. You could save a bit. For those times when you get called and have to fold, right? you got to remember that you're going to get called sometimes. So I'm just going to fold that. I don't want to call a raise with a hand like an ace five, because you're often against a better ace in those situations. Something like a queen jack, you're often against a better queen too, like ace queen versus queen jack. So I know when I'm calling a raise with queen jack that I'm proceeding with caution, but damn, it is hard to fold an ace when you hit an ace on the flop. And yeah, so it just keeps you out of trouble. The thing you want to do is try to stay out of trouble. Try to avoid tough calls where you don't know if you're good or not, right? And I like to bluff on the turn and, on the flop more often, because your bluff is much cheaper on the flop, right? There's less money in the middle. So your bluff can be way less money than if you do a bluff on the turn or the river. Your typical bluff on the river is like going to be over $1 or $2 or a shove all in. It's costly to bluff on the river, so I just try to do it on the flop where I can. So who's a pre-flop raiser here? I'm calling his whatever bet he makes, so I could bet, but I'd rather keep it cheap, so I'm going to check, because I'm going to call a pot size bet anyway here. So why not just check call? Because if I raise, then he could re-raise me, and then I feel compelled to fold for so much more money. There you go, 13. And I'd be happy to call that. Although I gotta be prepared, there is also a flush draw out there. I could actually shove this. He's looking really weak here. It's only a half pot bet. I could be ahead as it is. So that's not a good card. His ace king, ace queen just got there. And somebody's home in my house, so I'm gonna check. Hopefully it's a cheap turn call here. But if he just hit his ace, then yeah, that's a pretty hard bet. So the pot is 76, and I have 8 outs. Well, theoretically, I don't even have 8. I have maybe only 6, because 2 of the clubs I don't want to really hit. So 6 times 2, I have about a 12% chance to hit the hand. So the pot's 76, 26 to call. I'm not really getting odds to call here, unless you calculate the implied odds of me hitting and maybe stacking him, which would be rare. I think if a queen or a 7 came off here, he would slow right down and not really call much of a raise. So I'm going to go ahead and fold.
What's happening? Lexi's not going to the party, she said.
So there's not much going on here. Now with such a small bet here and having a connected 7-9, I'm going to call the 5 cents because it's so small. The pot's 17, it's only 5, and I'm looking to hit it really hard here and maybe stack this guy. And I didn't. Like if he had pocket aces or something and it comes, 7-7 king, he might, I'd probably be able to get it all in with him and take a stack. But that did not happen, so now we're folding away. And I think this one's worth a raise here. Suited and connected, and we're in a blind battle. And we got called, and we hit a big hand. Flush draw and a straight draw. I'm fine bluffing here too. Bluffing or calling or check calling. But we're going to bluff and just try and take it down right now because we don't have a hand yet. And he folds. raise that. The previous hand when I was calculating the odds, saying that I was 12% chance. If I had all 8 cards, it would be at a 16% chance. So it wasn't much different anyway. Yeah, I wasn't really getting the odds, and I didn't have really a lot of implied odds. I didn't feel. Even if I hit, I wasn't going to get much more than what was already in the pot. This is a check call, limp call situation. Where again, I want to make sure if I'm going deep with this, I want to be sure that I hit the flop hard. I did not hit it hard. Second pair. He's betting full-size pot, and he's only got $1.65 left. So this is a really hard. It's a small amount of money though, too, right? And I do have second pair, so I feel like I'm behind though. I've got 2 and 3. I got 5 outs. If I get to see both cards, 5 outs times 4. I'm at about 20% chance to win the hand. Still not really getting odds. I'm gonna fold. It actually folded for me. Hold that. That was I could have called. I could have called that 14 there too. So it was such a small pot at the time, but just trying to avoid tough situations. So it's 4-way. Got top pair, top kicker. I'm going to go ahead and bet, but I'm going to have to be prepared to let this go if I need to as well. Save a bit. I'm trying to tell the same story that 21 cents would tell, just by pinching a bit here. And I take her down. King 9 could be in a blind battle. Oh, we got a raise. We're folding. That's a fold. This is a limp call. Suited connectors. And we're seeing a cheap flop. And we are going to go ahead and bet because he checked. So why not bet? Try and take it down right now. And we got a draw too. It's a jack game. Or we could hit runner flush, backdoor flush as they call it. So this is a limp call, suited gapper. Suited one gapper as they call it. When we hit second pair, we're against 2 people. We've already been checked to once. I think this is worth 12 cents. Just try and take it down now. And of course we'll fold to pressure, but they both folded. This is a check fold. This is a limp call. See, so there, if I would have raised, it's very likely he would have re-raised me, and then I would have been forced to fold my 5s. But now I get to see the flop, and I flop a set. And it's a flush and straight draw heavy board, so I'm going to check raise right here if he bets. And that was a fairly decent size bet. Looks like he's got something. Hopefully he's got at least ace 10, but maybe he could have jacks here. Let's go 132. Kind of ran out of time there. That's a bummer. So we're gonna still bet like we hit it. We're gonna save a bit of money in case he does have the flush, but we could also river a full house here too. But if he pushes all in here, I'm gonna fold. And he folds and we take her down. And that's how to flop a set with a small block of pair. It would have been nice to slow play those fives there, but because the board was so draw heavy, you gotta get putting money in, making them pay to hit their draws. Because that's right, if you make the odds incorrect for them to call, and they still call, then they're making the mistakes, not you. You want to make your opponents to make statistical mistakes. I'm going to call here and proceed with caution because it's King Jack. Could always be up against King Queen, Ace King, Ace Jack. And we missed it, and it's four-way, so we're done. This is a limp call, already in the big blind, so I'll be just calling unless somebody raises and I'll possibly fold, but we're calling. And we hit a very big hand against another big stack. So we're gonna just proceed with caution here because we're both more than double stacked. We're almost both triple stacked. We're not going away right away here, but we'll keep trying to keep the pots small. At least until we hit something better. He doesn't look real. He's real strong here. Let's go 14, and hopefully he doesn't raise us too hard where we have to fold. We can possibly call to see the river if he does raise. And he calls. He got checked the flop. I guess he could theoretically check the flop with Ace Jack, King Jack, but that would seem silly. He's probably got maybe something like King 10, pocket nines. So he's still. Ooh, whoops! I hit the wrong button. I ran out of time. I guess my talking is going on too long. Shoot. Ace 10 here. And we limp called the raise there, and now he's checking. So is he just goading us to bet? Maybe. Let's put 20 in and let's put 18 in and see if we can just take her down since he checked to us. It's a scary flop for someone who has like pocket sevens, pocket sixes. But he did call, so now we're done. I think he was trying to goad us into a bet on the flop there. This is a limp call. Suited one gapper. We hit our 9. We're going to bet pot. At the time, ticker go down a bit, and then we'll just bet pot. Because he checked. And we have a pair. And we take her down. If you're wondering why I sound funny, I have Invisalign in my teeth right now, so it tends to give me a little bit of a lisp. And I just kind of do a little gross slurping sound too, because I have too much saliva in my mouth, especially while I'm talking a lot. Okay, we got a raising hand here, unless we get raised to. Be nice if we had some big pocket pairs in this video. Ace queen, that's a raising hand. We can call a raise too. So we could 3-bet here. But I feel like we're strong enough to just call and hope to win on the flop. He could be very weak here. So we're gonna bet. We're gonna overbet this pot. We're gonna be like, you have to have a king here to keep playing. Or pocket threes, pocket sixes. And we got called. So it would have been nice to hit a ace there on the turn. But we're pretty much done with the hand. Checked behind, so he's got pocket pair, probably. Oh. Something like king 7. You think he doesn't know if his king is good because of his kicker, something like that. And we're not gonna find out. Let's get some hands here, folks. Okay, I'm already 2 cents in. If it gets kind of limp to me here, no, I'm gonna fold it. But I was gonna say, if somebody limps with 5, I'll call the extra 3 with 10-9 suit, offsuit. But it didn't, so we'll fold. This is kind of one of those. No, I'm gonna fold. Let's go! Oh, we're folding. Fold, fold, fold. We are a little card dead right now. But that's the beauty of Zoom, is you just get another card 5 seconds later. I would, be so bored on a regular table having to wait for the hand to play out when you fold so much. I used to play four tables of regular poker. And you'd have to play 4 just to not be bored waiting. But Zoom is great. You can just play 1 and still get enough action. So we got a raiser to 10, very small raise. We're gonna call this out of position, but it's one suited 1 gapper. We totally missed. There's an ace king on board. We're check folding. Take her. She's all yours. We're gonna limp call a raise. The son of the gun is kind of dumb. Like, we should probably just fold this under the gun, because it often will get raised and re-raised before it gets back to you, and then you still have to. What the heck? Hey, we hit our 7, and we're 3-handed, and we're in position. So we're gonna bet 9 with our second pair. Probably got the best hand. And we take her down. King 6. Hey, we won the blinds. King 10 in the small blind. Got raised, we're gonna fold. Six, 5, we're gonna check call limp. I guess call limp is what we should limp call. And we call. We expect possible raise out of one of these goofballs. Joe J816 is gonna raise us here. And we're gonna call in position with our 6-5 suited. Oh, he just checks. So we hit our 6. We got a backdoor flush draw option. Backdoor straight draw, I guess. Well.
Yeah, I thought you were playing on my Nintendo for a minute.
So I'm going to bet pot here because we hit second pair. I would bluff just the same way.
Get the water.
And we take it down. Take it down. Ace 2 under the gun +1. It's either a raise or a fold here. I'm gonna go fold. I just feel like it's Zoom, I can just get my money in a better spot. Queen, under the gun +1 again. I'm gonna raise king queen. Although it's probably a weaker hand than ace 2, right? We just need a jack. We got 2 opponents. We're in middle position. We're going to check this, maybe call a small raise. With the ace and 2 opponents, I just didn't want to. But now that another ace comes off, I'm probably going to bet this, if this row checks. But he bet 15. Now there's a flush draw out there too, so one of our jacks theoretically could be taken away. We could win with a king and a queen though here too. That is a weak bet. But in early position, you could see him checking his ace in early position there, hoping one of us bet. I can still put him on an ace here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fold this. King, queen again in the big blind. Button's gonna raise. We're gonna try and steal the blind, steal the raise here. I'm gonna go 60, 65. I'm hoping to just take it down. And he folds. And we take it down. Ace jack, we got a raise in hand. We already got a raise in front of us. We are going to call. And he's a good stack, and he bet full pot. So we're going to fold. Pocket fives, limp call. And we hit another 5. Flush draw again, and this guy just bet full pot. We're going to check, hope the 263 does something crazy. We're going to call, sorry, I mean. Hope 263 raises. And hope we don't get black. We just hit black, dang it. So we're going to try and keep the pot small for now. Ugh. Just keeps getting worse. Ooh, maybe he doesn't have anything black either. And he does not. Oh, such a shame. We could have made it such a bigger pot. I guess I should have. No, because he would have folded his ace-6 on the flop. If I bet hard, he probably would have thought I had a better ace to his ace-6. But the river wasn't so black, and he hit the river 6. It was great. Could have possibly stacked him. But the texture was in such a way that I couldn't play it too fast. Probably did. I probably didn't have to assume he had a flush on the turn. I should have really bet. Should have raised him on the flop because when he bet pot, he's telling you, I got a big hand. I'm betting pot. I hit the top pair here, so I kind of knew he had an ace. I really should have just raised him big. But then we both would have been scared on the turn when the black card came. I'm just gonna let her go. I could 3-bet him there and hope to just take it down, but I don't really want to see a flop with 7 deuce, even if it's suited. They're gonna limp call. Big stack is calling. And this dude raises, so we are calling. And we missed. With 12 something, so I've made like $0 this whole video, of course. Seems every time I record I don't win much. I want to raise to 25. Pay for limping his blind. He raises us back, but he folds. Only because we actually had a raising hand. Then call our 4s. Here's the raise, we're calling. Check, check. this a spot to bluff? No. I think like a ace jack, ace king, ace queen would call a raise possibly here, hoping just to hit their ace jack, ace king, ace queen. So any of these hands, I do have the option to request the hand histories and actually see who won the hand too, if I'm ever interested in finding out. So we are going to call here and then proceed with caution with a king, queen, offsuit, out of position. So we missed. We're heads up. Good bluff at this. Hoping he doesn't have an ace. I think I'm going to just check. See how he bets. If he bets super weak, then I'm going to raise him to like $1.20. We're going to go half pot. Pretend like we were slow playing our ace and now we're just trying to get some money in. Could have been checking behind with an ace too, but that would be pretty dumb. I mean, I just don't know why. Oh, and he raised us. It was not a very big raise, but it's kind of hard to play now. I'll go ahead and fold. So I'm going to proceed with caution. I really should have checked that turn. Just let her go. Under the gun, 10-7 not suited, we'll just fold it. Ace 4 and cut off. Raise that up. Make them pay. Make the limpers pay. There were no limpers in the hand, but we're gonna make the limpers pay. It'd be nice to have a big pocket pair here at some point. The raise there, so I wasn't playing it. Even in position. Wasn't suited. Got a limper under the gun. We're gonna just check with our ace 2, I think here. Oh, we got a raise. And small blind, we're just gonna fold it. That looked legitimate because you got a limper under the gun, and then the small blind is aware that there's a limper in the hand, and he still wants to raise it from bad position. Says to me he actually has a good starting hand. Some of those middle positions where we could just limp and see the flop. It's still a pretty strong hand, so we're going to go ahead and raise it. And then we can raise. We can bet on the flop no matter what comes. Don't even have to. Everybody folds. What do you say? 7 cents to win 19 when we're suited. Just look for a miracle flop. 2 3s, 2 10s, bunch of hearts. Pay 7 cents just to see that, right? Let's do it. Holy cow. And this is where you get in those tough positions. I bet 12 and hope to just really take her down. But we got called and we hit our flush. does he have a better flush? Check raise? What do you think? Check raise? Huh. Check behind, so I don't really put him on a flush. Now we're going to try and pretend like we're bluffing. Overbet. Make it look like it's a bluff. And hope he calls with ace 7, king 7. Pocket 8s. Pocket 10s. But he folded. So that was worth that 7 cents to win that hand there, I guess, right? Guess I should have bet like 20 cents on the river. He probably would have called. And we raised pre-flop, so we are going to bet 27. Save 4 cents. Tell the story that we're strong. And we got a call. And the flush it. So we're done with the hand at this point. Or we could bet again. Doesn't have to have a flush. And the jack is higher than the 9. What if he has king 9? And he's scared of the jack now, and he's scared of the flush. Let's check behind and hope to hit a ace on the river. We hit our 3, but it's a flush. Flushy 3. So any bet, we're obviously folding. Queen 10, we will call a raise and proceed with caution. Or raise it up in a blind battle. Hopefully y'all can hear me fine. Well, this session sucks. I'm not really hitting any hands. We're going to try and steal the blind here. King, which is good. We're going to tell the story that we hit an ace, though. And we're going to go full pot this time. We are saying we got an ace and we're scared of the flush, so we're betting full pot. That's our story, and you believed us. One caller. And you do the same thing this time. We really want to know if we've got an ace or 2 here. I'm going to overbet. And fold. Bring her down. Queen 10, we will limp call. The pot. It's small, why not bet the pot? We got overs, then a flush draw. And we take her down. Jack 6 will fold. Check fold it. Card dead here for a bit. Sorry, folks. King 10, we will raise it up. We could limp call here too. Hope to flop a flush. Let's flop a royal flush. That would be nice on video. Or 2 kings. I'll take 2 kings. Now, the story we want to tell is I want to represent 2 kings, but I'm scared to bet the full amount to represent 2 kings. Because I'm really bluffing. That's the story we're trying to tell now. But he still folded. Because the board was flushy, I still wanted to put some money in. And you got to build it up. If you flop it, you flop trips. You want to win a big pot, so you got to put money in right away. Let's fold that. I guess I could have checked, but because he folded anyways, it was not going to become a big flop, a big pot. I suppose if he had an ace and an ace came on the turn, could have got some more money out of him. They say we will raise that if it gets to us. We got shot straight draw and the ace out of the way. We're gonna tell the story that we hit it, that we got a big pocket pair. I'm gonna bet 25 though. Nope, but if he calls, we hit a 6 or an ace. But he folds. Raise that up with ace 3 suited, everybody folds. Could be in a blind battle here. Do we call with 9-6 offsuit? Smaller-ish raise. 7 to win 17. Pot is 17. We just want to hit something really hard. 2 6s, 2 9s, straight draw. Probably not going to be a flush draw, so let's just call. And we hit the straight draw. It's a scary straight draw too, because you could have like 9 queen, right? And you hit your straight, but he's got the better straight. Or you hit your straight and the flush comes. I think it's worth it for 38 cents. It's the 38-cent pot. It's only 15 to call. We called for this reason. Let's see if we can hit it on the turn. We need that 7. And the flush draw came out, but he checked. Why not bet 35 and make it look like we just hit our flush? And he folds.
Sure. Be a couple minutes. Tell Lexi her food's ready.
King Jack suited. We got a limper. So we're gonna pop it up a little extra, make them pay. Make the limpers pay. Oh, they got a raise ahead of us with King Jack suited. We're gonna call in position here, but again, we're gonna proceed with caution because your King Jack can be often beaten, and they both check quick. Let's just try and taper down. Looked like they were both like, oh, ace came, check, check, you know. So it's like, oh, maybe I could take it down. Sometimes you can get reads on the speed of their clicks. Flushes will often, when they're on their draw, on the flop, they'll call immediately, real quick when you bet. They'll go, yeah, okay, I call, because I want to hit my flush. And then when they hit their flush, they check it really fast too, right on the turn. So a quick flop check, and then a quick turn check is like, yep, you hit your flush. So you can often tell when someone has a flush and when they've hit it too. It's like, okay, I'm done with the hand, you clearly just hit your flush. Like, I've seen it enough to know it's a decent read. And I've gone down to the river with someone with like, I have a set, and I'm like, well, I gotta see if they actually have this flush, and then they have it. After having seen them do the check call fast thing. So $1.11. Oh, this is like a possible call, but it's kind of like really just a gamble for $1, right? I'm gonna go ahead and fold this one. Pot's 239, but it's only 96 to call, right? He's probably got. I'm probably at the very best. I'm a 50-50. Oh, I didn't even realize the ace king guy called. So that's one of those hands we'd like to maybe see the hand history of. We would have been ahead of the fourth. That's a pretty good flop for us. Gotta remember there's a double stack ahead of us there. Half bet pot. Let's go 29. And we're gonna call. So here I'm gonna check, hope that he lets us see a cheap river, and he immediately did. Put him on something like King 9. Called the raise though, right? Ace 10, King 9, Ace 9. I'm gonna fold that. What am I doing? Little limper, we'll limp too. And call a raise. On the button. And we missed. We're four-handed. So there's nothing left to do but to check the Ace 5 under the gun, we just folded it. Raise Ace King, only a premium hand. Ace King is kind of the worst of them, and everyone folds. Awesome, don't they know I'm making a video right now? Would you guys help me out? Play back at me when I flop a flush or a set. Everybody folds. Okay, ace king again. I feel like we're just gonna get some constant big cards here right at the end of our video. So I could raise here. I'm out of position. It's a nice small pot. We don't have to go too crazy. And we will check call raise, hoping to hit a queen, backdoor flush, ace or ace king could be good too. He checked behind, he's probably got ace king as well, ace queen maybe. I'm still gonna check though, and I'll bet it, I'll call again. I think he's gonna show down ace king, ace queen here. Bet 12. So that was one of those situations where the first to bet was going to be the winner. King 8 in the big blind, and we take her down. All garbage hands.
Water bottle.
A small raise, but 6-3 offsuit, just not
Any hungry Cheeto?
interested in playing that. Here, I'm gonna limp call a raise with queen 9 in the blind bow and bet pot on the flop no matter what it is. Hoping to just take her down like I did. Smallish bet from under the gun and the raise. Easy fold with ace 5 suited. Ace queen. Raise that up.
It's good.
And everyone folds. Guys, I'm recording a video. Can you please play back at me with my big hands? King 10 on a button. This guy's got $37 at a $5 table. We are gonna limp call a raise here. Just hoping to hit king or the flush. Short stack, 17, 5 to call. Hope we hit a king or flush draw and just shove him in here. We hit the king. Hopefully he doesn't have a better king. If he should, we might have to fold, but probably not. He folds. That's right. Steal blind. Fortunately, a lot of your time it's going to be played with just hands like this where nothing ever really happens. So my headphones just died. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Whether the recording started to the recording of the audio again. My headphones just turned off for no reason. Oop. Let's play this. I'm going to call out of position. Hope to hit an ace or king, and we hit a king. But we're going to check it. Try and play small ball poker with big stack against our big stack. We're not going anywhere though. That's for sure. So we sit and we think for a while. What do we do? We check. We are worried about like a king 10 here. We could also have king jack, king queen. Think he's good. Continue to bet down the river. So we got a call, but he could also have pocket kings. He could also have pocket tens. Maybe even pocket sixes. Here's a good spot to actually bluff and hope he calls with like a king queen or something. We're gonna check and must be called. All we have is one pair, right? So we don't get into too big of a pot. It's $1. So this is a call. And it might be a split pot. He might have ace king as well. He's bet all the way down. Feeling king 10 here, but there's no way we're getting away with it, right? Getting away from it. So we're gonna call. Two per, king 6. Felt like we were beat because he bet all the way to the river. People don't usually do that with king queen with one pair. Hopefully you can hear this. So I really should have raised him pre-flop and he probably would have folded. He had king 6. He raised king 6. I had ace king. We are going to stop the recording.